readings. This is going to be a collective reading. I have not done a collective public reading on here in a minute. Just stuff to work, essentially. But, you know, we have the full moon coming up, and energy has been pretty intense out there. How's the eclipse portal treating you guys? How is that eclipse portal treating you guys? I'd be curious, because someone is going to win here, but someone else is going to be salty about that win. So someone is winning here and someone's salty about that win. It's kind of like a game of chess. Someone could be moving, someone's holding back. You know, there's a lot of tension in the collective right now. A lot of seriousness. Why so serious? Why so serious? That's what I'm hearing. Why so ooh. Probably because the Two of Cups is in reverse. Why is that Two of Cups in reverse? Probably because someone is too serious here. And someone is holding back. A Taurus energy could be holding back. Someone with strong Taurus qualities is holding back. Why is someone holding back? Entitlement. They feel like the other person owes them something. They feel owed something. Let me remind you, no one ever owes you anything. Only you owe yourself. And it probably stems from something undealt with in your family or in their family. Remember, how people treat you or treat a situation largely only depends on their previous experiences here. And what are you passionate about? Like, what do you really, really care about from the heart center? What matters to you? Not what matters to the societal constructs of things or your duties or a sense of righteousness, but what actually matters to your heart here. Because what I'm seeing here is someone has been fighting for a victory in a situation, be it love, work, a family situation, a home situation, and someone else is really holding back from allowing them to have this. It's like someone doesn't want them to have the success. Someone doesn't want them to have peace. Someone doesn't want them to have happiness. I'm sorry, but who wouldn't want someone to have peace and happiness other than someone who's utterly miserable, right? Yeah, so it's like someone here is utterly miserable and stuck. They refuse to see the end of a situation. They're holding on to something that is no longer, there's no longer happiness here. There's no longer happiness here. And there is happiness in the future, but the happiness is at a distance. The happiness comes after you walk away from a situation or after someone else walks away from a situation. So if people ask, okay, Valerie, what do I do in the interim while I'm waiting? Well, you don't wait, you make things happen. Let's see what my oracle cards have to say here. So be careful about attention you're getting, because you don't always know the intentions of the attention that people give you. People can be really good at masking it during these times. We have the song Closer by 9 Inch Nails. I want to fuck you like an animal. So someone here is definitely just fuckboy energy, strong fuckboy energy here. Just have to say it. Someone is skilled with their hands. If you haven't heard from someone, you'll be hearing from them within the next 3, 7, or 10 days. 3, 7, 1 could be powerful numbers for you. And why you haven't heard from them, well, codependency is affecting this relationship. Attachment styles are affecting this relationship. Someone is avoidant, dismissive. We have self-parenting is needed here. Self-regulation is needed here. Most self-awareness is needed here, because someone here is stuck in their ego. Someone here mentalizes every situation, every contract, everything they do in their life comes from a mental space. It's thought about. They don't feel through anything, they think through things. And if they do feel, they don't feel, they feel. And if you're feeling your way through something in your pants, or you're thinking through your ego, then of course it's going to end up emotionally unfulfilling, because it's not from the heart in the first place, because the intention of the attention is not pure. So if the intention of someone's attention is not pure, then it can't end in a harmonious contract. It can't end in a harmonious relationship. It cannot result in that. Bottom of the deck, we have Truly, Madly, Deeply by Savage Garden. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. And someone here is definitely holding on to the fantasy, but they're not actually making it happen. And they can make it happen, but it would require that they drop some stigma that they have around them. It would require that they drop perhaps what these groupies think or what people in their society think. We have pain is inevitable, suffering is optional. Strong Leo energy here, very strong Leo energy. We have people love you when they're on your mind. A thought is love's currency. So some of you guys could be having your ears ringing. If your ears are ringing, then someone's thinking about you, someone's talking about you. You could have big change here within 3 months. We have rejection is protection. Absolutely, rejection is protection here. And with that Two of Cups in reverse and the Five of Swords upright with the Knight of Pentacles, this is someone who is very immature, very entitled, mama's boy energy, someone who is still attached at the teat, wanting a mothering energy to come in rather than them to come in correctly. You know, there is a lot of stalemate energy going on here. Someone else could be dealing with the legal system, so this could be court, divorce, settlements, government, political things, the police, any sort of officials. And if it's not that, then Spirit is saying, get your taxes in, end of the year. So taking care of your taxes, things like that. So if any of you guys are kind of wondering, what is coming in for you with love, what's coming in for you for work, for other things, Spirit is saying right now is the time to kind of wrap up things so that you do have space for something new to come in, especially with this Ten of Swords here. What I like about the Ten of Swords is in the background there, we actually see the sun rising. So the sun will come out tomorrow. The sun will come out tomorrow. Absolutely. But there's a need here to get all your ducks in a row, to take care of everything. So tidy up your finances over the next few days, especially before Venus goes in retrograde, I believe on the 19th. Okay, so we have the song I Thought You Got Me by Russ. So a lot of you may be dealing with betrayal. Some of you guys have betrayed others. Some of you guys have been betrayed by others. Could be by a Pisces, or you could be a Pisces that's betraying someone. And that betrayal could also just be fantasizing in your head. But the lyrics of the song are, I should have known what it was. If I saw you today, all I would say is, it's betrayal because I trusted you. I'll forgive an enemy before I forgive a friend. I was raised better, you showed yourself. I was raised better, you showed yourself. Remember, you guys, silence says everything here. So this is a situation where silence speaks volumes. Your silence speaks volumes. So allow your silence to speak volumes. Self-discovery. So for a lot of you, if you're wondering why relationship after relationship just keeps ending in this heartache, why is it that I can't find the love? Why is it? It's because Spirit says you aren't even on the same level of your person. And what I love for this example is, say you're supposed to be a renowned musician, and say that the person that Spirit has designed for you, your sacred union, which is much higher than a frivolous Two of Cups thing. Two of Cups is like high school puppy love. This is like your first love. But sacred union, this is the kind of love that you move mountains with. This is the kind of love that you build a legacy with. This is the kind of love that you change the world with. This is the kind of love that you inspire other couples to change their relationships, to get right in their relationships with. This is that kind of love. You want that kind of love? Well, if you want that kind of love, you have to go on your path of self-discovery. You have to get yourself right. You have to go on your mission. You have to be in alignment with your higher purpose, with your life purpose, with your divinity. And a lot of you guys are looking for happiness in other people, whether that's purely passionately with the Six of Wands and the King of Wands. This is someone who's a bit of a Don Juan, a Casanova. This is a connection of someone who loves to go out and get attention. They love to flirt. They love to have passion and embrace, and nothing's wrong with that. Nothing's wrong with that. However, that also isn't conducive to your higher life purpose either, because it's a distraction. It's distracting you, right? Let's break down the word distraction. So traction, alignment, right? So to distract something is to pull you off of your traction, to pull you off of your path. So a lot of you are in connections that are distracting you from your higher purpose, from your divinity, and because of that, you're looping. And as you go on these loops, you're wondering, why am I in this loop? And you get this frustration, then you get mad at people, and there's conflict, and there's competition, and but I did this thing, and there's entitlement here, and then you feel stuck. And then you're like Odin, hanging upside down from the tree of Yggdrasil, obtaining all the knowledge, when you can cut yourself down any moment if you decide, Three of Wands with that King of Swords, to relentlessly pursue your life purpose, your mission, unapologetically. And remember, you guys, you can't hold on to the diving board and dive off the board. You'll shred yourself in half. You have to fully dive. You can't hold on to that board with any morsel. You must release it entirely. You must dive head in. So that's when this is the best part, right? You take the energy that you were using to get attention from people, the King of Wands, the Six of Wands, you use your sexual energy, right? Your solar plexus, your belly button, your sex center, that color yellow that emits your sexual power, your prowess behind the Knight of Pentacles. Yes, this horse's legs aren't moving. However, this is the only knight of all the knights who is guaranteed to become a king. He's the only knight who's going to have material grounded success because he's anchored in through his solar plexus. He is connected to his belly button, his source of life, his creative center, because sex is our creative center. And when we connect to it from a place of purity, like the purity of a child on the Sun card and with the white horse here, when we connect to it from a place of purity, then we up-level ourselves, and then we use our sexual energy to build on our passion. So again, back to my metaphor, say you're supposed to be a top musician, but you don't even play an instrument yet. So say your sacred union is some top musician that you would only dream of someday meeting, but that's actually your future husband or wife, but you don't know that because you have not yet fully listened to your heart that you're supposed to work on that instrument. You're supposed to use your sadness and take that sadness and sit with an instrument like Russ. I think of Russ. He sat in his grandmother's basement, for 10 years, not making any money on his music. And now he's like one of the most wealthy musicians. And, he has a great inspiring story in that way. But who wants to actually sit in a basement for 10 years and do that kind of work? Who actually wants to do that? Who is going to do that? Or would they rather distract and pour their energy into other frivolous things, right, for immediate gratification, which isn't going to actually yield any long-term results, and it's not going to yield anything fulfilling either. It's just going to create dead ends. You have to really ask yourself that. So a lot of things occurring right now. Yeah, to be fair, this is the justice system. Heavy card of Libra. So are you using your charm to distract, or are you using that charm to compromise, to play, to have compassion for those around you? Because we have to have compassion when we're aligned with our soul mission, because then there's the other part of it. When you're anchored into your life purpose, if you become too cold and callous, like the King of Swords, if you become too matter of fact, if you become too prim and proper and strict, and you lose the energy of play, if you become too rigid, then you hurt yourself. You kind of hack your own leg off in that sense. So to be fair here, it's that balance, the equal give and take. 2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen more than you speak. But also remember, what's the catch more flies with honey? It's not really what I was going for. It was more the palm of sand. If you want to hold a mound of sand, you have to keep an open palm. If you close your fist, then you're going to lose all that sand. And so the King of Swords here is that energy of really holding tightly to the sand, and then you open your palm and there's 1 grain of sand left. Whereas if you kept your palms completely flat and open, you could still have that mountain of sand there, so to speak. So there's an energy here of grace, of mercy, of malleability, flexibility, no, buoyancy, yeah, some buoyancy here. Justice, finances, working at 2-7 incomes, I'm on a new level. Bought me a new shovel, put these in the dirt. All right, so we have that song, I'm on a new level. Yeah, so here's the thing. As you go to new levels, you will have to cut out people who are looking at you like this, but you don't have to do it from a place of entitlement or righteousness. You can do it simply from a place of acknowledge and continue moving. Acknowledge and keep moving forth. Self-love here as well. So prioritizing yourself, remembering that you can never give to another until you really give to yourself. And that's really what this is about right now. You know, we can't experience the lover's energy with another until we really experience it within ourselves. But this card essentially isn't even a card about love in the first place. It's actually a card about choice. It's a card about choosing between distinct paths. And it's a choice that will forever change your life. Whether it's a choice to move across the country, a choice to have a child or not have a child, to have a marriage or not have a marriage, to end a marriage or not end a marriage, to begin a new contract. You know, whatever this choice is, it's a choice. But the thing about the Lover's card is you have to commit all the way. Like the diving board, you can't hold on to the board and dive and expect, you know, yourself to come out okay. You're going to shred yourself in half. And the Lover's card is presenting with that. Do you want to explode in that volcano in the background? Or do you want to ascend to the angelic wings up there by the sun, by the solar plexus, and plug into something greater than you, better because of you? Greater than you and better because of you. And what I love about this card is they're naked. They're naked because they're vulnerable. They're pure. They're not covering anything. They are in their pure vessel form, and they're surrendered. They're just, this is me. This is what I have to work with. Use me. And there is a challenge here. There's always challenges. But is it really a challenge? You know, I always see challenges. I wrote this. It's the Bowser at the end of a Mario level, the boss level in a video game. So, you know, we can kind of think of the time that we are in right now with this eclipse season and with the full moon upon us and Venus in retrograde upon us, that we are all playing the boss level in a video game, and that it's like a game of chess. So we have to move intentionally. But again, we have to not worry, but we have to stay cognizant of the attention and the intention behind the attention. So I guess, yeah, we have jealousy here. So when people are jealous around you, which is this Five of Swords energy, rather than being cold and callous with the King of Swords, you know, kill them with your kindness and purity with the Sun card, and with your wholesomeness with the Family card. And if people betray you, remember, no one's ever betraying you. They're only betraying themselves, because what someone does to you says nothing about you. It only speaks about themselves, just like what people speak about you says nothing about you. It only speaks about them. And these are things that once you anchor into that and you know your truth, you're in alignment with your truth, then the superfluous words of others don't affect you. It's just water off a duck's back, so to speak. We also have, we're sorry. The number you dialed is not working. Please don't try again. So this goes with the rejection is protection. Some of you guys may be wondering about an ex. We have the song, I can't keep on losing you. Complications, going too soon. Wait. Okay, yeah, so Mac and Anderson .Paak, I just can't keep on losing you. Some of you guys are really trying to manifest an ex back into your life, but Spirit is saying you're a brand new me. Between heaven and hell, there's a brand new me. We're sorry, number you dialed isn't working, so don't dial again. We have rejection is protection here. So, you know, a lot of you guys and a lot of the energy right now is trying to revert to things in the past, probably out of comfort. You know, it's kind of that child not wanting to leave the mama's teat, so to speak, with this adolescent youthful energy, and not really step through the portal, the rite of passage into kinghood, into queenhood. And the energy of true kinghood is having utter clarity because you've made the choice for yourself. So anytime a person is not committing to another, is not committing fully to a job, is not committing fully to something, it's because they haven't fully committed to themselves. And so it's never something to take personally when you're like, why can't I get this person to commit? Why can't I commit to this thing? It's because you haven't committed to yourself. Well, what does that even mean, to commit to yourself? Well, you have to ask yourself, you know, what's something that you can do every single day and you'll never get sick of? And, you know, I've tried many different careers. I've tried many different things. I'm just sharing from personal experience right now. But the one thing that's always been steady and stable in my life is horses. You know, I've had horses in my life my entire life, and it's been in my bloodline forever as well. My great-great-great-great-grandfather, thank you, cousin Julia, for doing this, was a very well-known Hungarian horse breeder. My grandfather owned racehorses. My aunt loves riding. You know, horses are just in my bloodline. And it's something that I can do 7 days a week, 3 times a day. I can do that and never have a half day off. And people are like, wait, when's your day off? When's your half day off? And I'm like, I'm sorry. Does a living organism get a day off of living? No, it has to be cared for. Can a horse take care of itself? No. But is that stressful for me? No. It's an honor for me to take care of the horses. So you have to ask yourself, because I'm in alignment with that, that's my truth. You have to ask yourself, what are the things that are in alignment with you? What can you choose to commit to every single day? This goes to that old adage, love what you do and you never work a day in your life. Enjoy what you do and never work a day in your life. You have to find that thing for you. And you may have to go through a number of careers first. You may have to go through a number of relationships first, with people, with cities, with different places. And that's, you know, the whole journey of life, is getting that exploration. But the longer you stay in the stuck, stagnant energy of waiting for other things to happen, wherever that Knight of Pentacles went in this pile, you know, the longer you stay in that energy, or even the Hangman, the longer you stay stuck here, you're just holding yourself back. No one is doing that but you. So some people may be waiting for others to make decisions, and Spirit's kind of giggling and saying, you know, that all rests on you. But anywho, I'm going to sign off now. I'm going to do readings for all the signs tomorrow. It's 1:30 though, and I have an early day. So many blessings to you guys.